Coming up next, for my next guest gameplay, I'm going to be playing Jeopardy 2nd Edition for the PC with Donna Shansky. Just finished playing her daughter Marissa on Wheel of Fortune 2nd Edition. Let's see how I do with Donna on Jeopardy.
Hi folks, I'm Johnny Gilbert. Let's just get a few details out of the way before we start our game. Normal game? Okay, so how many people out there? Type in your name, player one.
Let's just adjust my camera. There we go.
Player one, here's your buzz-in key. You can also use your mouse to write down your signature as well. Let's do it. Come on.
Here we go.
The Sony Pictures Studios. This is Jeopardy. Here he is, the host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
Thank you very much, Johnny. Hey, folks, it's time for Jeopardy.
Yep,
Good luck
it
to all our
is. And
players.
here we go. The categories for the Jeopardy round are Movie Monsters, Business, Beatnik Lit, Bobbing, Classical Composers, and Judge Not. Here we go.
Let's get things underway.
Okay,
Player one.
business for 100, please.
This securities firm feels secure with MER as its stock symbol.
Player one.
What is Merrill Lynch?
Exactly.
Business for 200.
The builder of a ship's water heater is this kind of maker, especially if he played for Purdue.
Player one.
What's a Boilermaker?
Definitely.
Business for 300.
In 1938, this company, abbreviated GE, brought fluorescent lighting to life.
Player one.
What is General Electric?
Exactly.
Business for 400.
Chase and this partner sold the first roasted coffee in cans in 1878.
Player one.
Who's Sanborn?
You're in fine form, so pick again.
Business for 500.
Introduced in 1959, this popular doll got in trouble in 1992 for saying math class is tough.
Player one.
Who's Barbie?
Absolutely. Pick again.
Movie Monsters for 100.
Footage of Raymond Burr was added to this 1954 Japanese classic about a big lizard.
Player
What
one.
is Godzilla?
Right you are.
Movie Monsters for 200.
A documentary film crew in the Amazon encounters a giant snake in this 1997 film.
Player
What
one.
is Anaconda?
Exactly.
Movie Monsters for 300.
In 1958, Steve McQueen played a teenager being chased by this giant amoeba-like mass.
Player one.
What is The Blob?
Definitely.
Movie Monsters for 400.
In 1935, Elsa Lanchester played this doctor's hair-raising second creation and was meant to wed the first.
Player one.
Who is Frankenstein?
Right. Keep going. You can-
Movie Monsters 500.
George Clooney and Quentin Tarantino wound up in a bar full of these creatures in 1996's From Dusk Till Dawn.
Player one.
What are vampires?
Absolutely. Pick again.
Bobbing for 100, please.
In 1997, this ex-Senate Majority Leader agreed to loan Newt Gingrich money for his ethics violation fine.
Player one.
Who is Bob Dole?
That's it. Really know your history.
Bobbing for 200.
He teamed with Bing in the Road movies.
Player one.
Who is Bob Hope?
Absolutely. Pick again.
Bobbing for 300. Daily Double. I'm going to wager 300 on this one.
Eric Clapton's hit I Shot the Sheriff was written and recorded earlier by this reggae star.
Who is Bob Marley?
Right you are.
Bobbing 400.
This golfer won his first appeal at U.S. Open in 1923.
Who's Bobby Jones?
Absolutely.
And let's finish up bobbing for 500.
Longtime host of The Price is Right.
Player
Who
one.
is Bob Barker?
Definitely.
May he rest in peace. Judge not for 100.
A cutting criticism or a violent closing of a door.
I should never do this. What is a slam?
Absolutely. Pick again.
Judge not for 200.
Proverbially, to express contempt, you thumb this body part.
That you sniff with. What is your nose?
Right. Keep going. You control the board.
Judge not for 300.
As a verb, it's to disparage strongly. As a noun, it's rubbish or garbage.
Player one.
What is trash?
Absolutely. Pick again.
Judge not for 400.
From the Latin for to scatter, these calumnious expressions are cast on others.
Player one.
What are aspersions?
Exactly.
Judge not 500.
From Old Norse for grin scornfully, you may do it over your enemy's misfortunes.
Player one.
What is gloat?
Exactly.
Classical composers for 100.
His period of work between Eroica and Symphony No. 8 is known as his heroic decade.
Player one.
Who's Beethoven?
Very good. Pick again.
Composers for 200.
Freemason, this Austrian sprinkled references to masonry in his Masonic cantata and the magic flute.
Player one.
Who's Mozart?
Absolutely. Pick again.
Composers for 300.
When his Madama Butterfly opened at La Scala in 1904, it was greeted with hisses.
Player two.
Who was Giacomo Puccini?
Oh, I know who it was.
That's who we were looking for.
Let's try Beatnik Lit for 100. This 1957 Kerouac novel begins in New York City and ends thousands of miles later south of the border.
Player one.
What is on the road?
Exactly.
Beatnik lit for 200.
This Howl poet spent the last days before his death on April 5th, 1997, writing poems.
Player one.
Who is Allen Ginsberg?
All right.
Okay. Beatnik lit for 300.
Gregory Corso's poem, Bomb, was printed in the shape of this type of cloud.
Player three.
What is mushroom?
Absolutely.
Mushroom.
Pick again.
Beatnik lit for 400, please.
His Naked Lunch provoked an obscenity trial in 1962.
Player three.
Who is William S. Burroughs?
Oh.
Yes.
Beatnik lit for 500.
The poetry of Gary Snyder reflects the 10 years he spent in Japan studying this religion.
Player two.
What is Zen Buddhism?
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
Let's do classical composers for 400. For the 1910 season, Sergei Diaghilev commissioned him to score a ballet based on the Firebird.
Player one.
Who is Stravinsky?
Correct. Pick
And
again.
the last clue.
And the final answer of the round.
This Venetian's first works date from the early 18th century during his years as violin master at a girls' orphanage.
My favorite composer. Who is Vivaldi?
That's correct.
Thank you.
That's the end of the Jeopardy round. Let's take a look at the scores. Building up a huge lead, player one.
Thanks,
Player
Alex.
two, you're not too far off the lead. You're in last place, player three, but you get to start things off in Double Jeopardy. Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for Double Jeopardy.
Double Jeopardy round categories.
Double Jeopardy round.
World history. The L you say. EL in quotation marks. Herbs and spices. Bats. Genesis. And from soup to nuts.
Give me bats for 200, please.
As you might guess, it's the only continent a bat doesn't call home.
Player one.
What is Antarctica?
Exactly.
Bats for 400.
As it's nocturnal, a bat has only these cells in its eyes, no cones.
Player 1.
What are rods?
That's right. Pick again.
Bats for 6.
Like ants, most bats live in large groups called these.
Player 1.
What are colonies?
Absolutely.
Bats for 800.
Chiroptera, the order to which bats belong, means with these on their hands.
Player 1.
What are wings?
Very good. Pick again.
Bats for a grand,
The
please.
horseshoe bat doesn't emit its echolocation squeaks through its mouth. They come out of this.
Nope.
Player 2.
What is nostrils?
Exactly.
Nostrils.
I'll try herbs and spices for 200.
Though derived from the same plant as opium, these seeds are non-narcotic.
Player 1.
What are poppy seeds?
That's it.
Herbs and spices for 400.
The scientific name of this herb is Mentha piperita.
Player 1.
What is peppermint?
Absolutely. Pick again.
Herbs and spices for 6.
This aromatic leaf used to flavor meat, soups, and stews comes from a laurel tree.
Player 1.
What's a bay leaf?
Very good. Pick again.
Herbs and spices for 800.
During the Middle Ages, merchants who adulterated this expensive yellow spice were burnt at the stake.
It's also a San Diego chicken restaurant. What is saffron?
Exactly.
Herbs and spices for a grand.
Referring to their shape, these fragrant buds take their name from the Latin word for nail.
If you'll just watch this, we'll show you the clue. Player 1.
What are cloves?
Definitely.
From soup to nuts for 200.
Manhattan and New England style are two varieties of this chowder.
Player 3.
Oh,
What is clam chowder?
I knew that one.
Pick again.
From soup to nuts for 400?
Once the food of the Greek gods, today it's a fruit salad.
Player 1.
What is ambrosia?
Correct. Pick again.
From soup to nuts for 600.
It's the dish consisting of a meat fillet covered with pâté de foie gras, baked in a pastry.
Player 1.
What is beef Wellington?
Exactly.
From soup to nuts for 800. Daily double. It's getting interesting.
Make your wager, please.
I'm going to wager 1,500.
Apple is the most popular filling for this pastry, whose name is German for whirlpool.
Player 1.
What is strudel?
All right.
Soup to nuts for a grand.
Seen here, these nuts are also called filbert, for the saint on whose day they ripen.
If you'll just watch this, we'll show you the clue. Player 1.
What are hazelnuts?
Exactly.
The L you save for 200.
In area, it's the smallest Central American country.
Player 1.
What is El Salvador?
Yes.
L you save for 400.
Marty Robbins went to #1 with a song about this town and won a Grammy for it in 1960.
Player 1.
What's El Paso?
Exactly.
The L you save for 600. Oh, the other daily double.
Make your wager, please.
I'll wager 400.
Make
The
your wager,
orangutans on Borneo are in peril due to drought and fires blamed on this weather phenomenon.
Player 1.
What is El Nino?
That's correct.
L you save for 800.
In the 1540s, German adventurer Philip von Hutten searched South America for this fabled city.
Player 1.
What is El Dorado?
Absolutely.
How you say for 1,000?
He captured Valencia in 1094 and ruled it until his death on July 10th, 1099.
Player 1.
Who's El Cid?
That's right. Pick again.
Genesis for 200.
Noah took clean beasts and fowls on the ark by sevens, and unclean beasts by this amount.
Player 1.
Ooh. What is twos?
Absolutely.
Genesis for 400.
In chapter 2, verse 3, God blesses this numbered day because in it he had rested from all his work.
Player 1.
What is 7th?
You're correct.
Genesis for 6.
He was Adam and Eve's third-born child.
Player 1.
Who's Seth?
Right. Keep going. You can
Let's do Genesis for a grand.
God made all sorts of these, including one of life and one of the knowledge of good and evil.
Player 1.
What are trees?
Absolutely. Pick
Genesis for 800.
God made a covenant with this son of Terah.
again. Player 2.
Who is Abram?
That's it. Exactly.
Abram.
Give me world history for 200, please, Alex.
When Ferdinand VII died in 1833, his 3-year-old daughter Isabella II ascended this country's throne.
Player 1.
What is Spain?
Exactly.
World history for 400.
In 1191, this lion-hearted king of England captured Cyprus and Acre during the Crusades.
Player 1.
Who's Richard I?
That's right. Pick again.
World history for 6.
This dictator's last battle was his defeat of Pompey's sons at Munda in 45 BC.
He came, he saw, he conquered. Who is Julius Caesar?
Absolutely.
World history for 800.
In 1584, William I of Orange was assassinated in this Dutch city, known for its blue and white pottery.
Player 1.
What is Delft?
You're correct.
And our last clue.
And the final answer of the round. This battleship, on which the World War II Japanese surrender terms were signed, saw combat during the Gulf War.
Player 1.
What is Missouri?
Definitely.
Look at that! Didn't get a single clue wrong.
Double Jeopardy round. Player 1, you've got the lead going into Final Jeopardy. Player 2, you're not too far off the lead. You're trailing Player 3, but there's plenty of game left.
Only Final Jeopardy.
It's time for Final Jeopardy. I'll read the category and then give you a few seconds to consider your wager.
Okay. Category? Car words. Oh, I should know this one.
All right, go ahead. Make your wager. Player 3, could we have your wager, please? Player 2, your wager, please. Player 1, please make your wager. The Final Jeopardy answer is as follows. Good luck, everyone.
Your Porsche 914 should do it at about 900 RPM. Your mechanic shouldn't do it at all.
All right, let's see how everyone did.
Player 3, your question. Sorry, that's incorrect. How much did it cost you? Player 2, your question. Sorry, that's wrong. How much did it cost you? Your question, Player 1. That's right. And your wager was?
So Donna wins the game with $40,000 going to my guest gameplay's bank, and I'll see you for my next guest gameplay, guys.
Winner here today on Jeopardy. Player 1. Thanks for playing Jeopardy. Come back and see us again real soon, won't you?
I will, Alex.
I'm Johnny Gilbert. Let's just get a few details out of the way before we start our game.